Hello and welcome back. I'm Denise Frasino, and I'm here today to talk about Midway, a battle that took place June of 1942. Now, why was this battle so important to America? Because we were losing. The Japanese had us at odds. A surprise attack. There's questions about whether or not how much of a surprise Pearl Harbor was, but the surprise attack of Pearl. Luckily, they didn't get our 3 aircraft carriers. They were out to sea. But they wiped out a lot of our boats, obviously, and our planes and our men. Then the Japanese started moving down, and they were taking all of the land in the Pacific all the way down through to New Guinea, right off of Australia, which would have cut us off from one of our allies. So we had to draw them out. We had to figure out where they were going to attack us, what their next plan was, and we had to win. And who helped us do that? You know, intelligence is very much the game. And this man here, Joe Rochefort's War, this man helped crack, was the lead of the team at Hippo in Pearl Harbor, down in a bunker underneath. They didn't even know it was there. Most people didn't even know it was there. He wore his bathrobe and slippers over his khakis while he focused on cracking the Japanese naval code. Now, pre-World War II, we had cracked the Purple Code. Another team had cracked the Purple Code, which was very important to knowing about Pearl Harbor. But this code, cracking this code, was absolutely vital because in March, we could only read about 15% of the Japanese Naval Code. By the end of April, that had escalated up to almost 85%. So we had a good idea of what was coming at Midway. And it was one of Joe's members of his team that devised the trickery to make sure we were really reading it correctly, the water supply on Midway. So Midway was a battle that we had to win, and we did. So I want to thank you for tuning in on this, and please read my blog, and don't miss my blog on D-Day, because this is the 80th anniversary of D-Day this year. So please do look at those, and thank you for tuning in again. Come back, I'm bringing more. Wait, stay with me a minute here. Jack Holder. I was lucky enough to interview one of the PBY pilots that was at the Midway battle. In fact, Jack insists that it was his PBY that first sighted the Japanese approaching Midway. Now, why is that significant? Our guess, Rutherford, remember I talked about him, the intelligence man? He gave an estimation of where he thought that they were going to arrive. And he was so close. So close. What was it? 5 minutes, 5 nautical miles, and 5 degrees. So read about that too, because that was an amazing event to be able to predict almost precisely the when, the where, and the day. But Jack was a Pearl Harbor survivor to start with, and that he flew in over 100 missions during World War II. He lived to be 101. God rest your soul, Jack. But you should look at his book as well. Jack Holder. I mentioned him in my blog. Brave, brave, brave young man. All of them were. Can you imagine? You take off the morning of the battle, and you're up and you're watching the battle the next day, because he had spotted them the day before, so they knew when they were going to approach. You're watching the battle, and it becomes nightfall, and you're low on fuel. So I won't tell you what he did or how he survived, but look it up, because it has something to do with an airplane wing out at sea. Oh yes, this man was just incredible. You know, one of the reasons I think that we were so successful in the war and the outcome was because we thought outside of the box. It was survival, and American ingenuity, which they always speak about, was right there with every young man and woman trying to survive. So look up Jack. And he was honored at the premiere of the movie Midway because they listened to him and took notes when creating the film. So now I get to say thank you for watching. Look at my blogs, Denise Frasino. Don't forget my books on World War II. And I will be back, as I was just now. Kidding. I will be back. Thank you very much. Bye for now.